Right, hello and welcome to Starsiege Deadzone. So this is a extraction shooter, think Tarkov, Hunt Showdown, that sort of thing. What's it? Call of Duty Warzone. Well, not Warzone. DMZ in Warzone. So that sort of game where you have to go in, loot the hell out of the place, and get out with all the goodies. The difference with this one is it's on a spaceship, like a derelict that's slowly deteriorating, that's been blown up by evil robots. So, yeah, bit of a twist. Should be interesting. I'm giving it a go. I kind of like that sort of genre of game. Got into it a bit with Hunt and DMZ, so I'm willing to give it a go. We're gonna see if we can find a game to go into here. It might take a few moments, but I'll just go over a few things in the game here while I'm waiting. So obviously you've got your weapons, you've got your equipment tool belt there. We've got a few things that we can add to that over here. You've got daily and seasonal contracts and that to try and each one that you complete will give you some one-use items and that you can use. You can go to the you can go to the merchants. You got some basic weapons and crafting and things that you can do. Seems to be some decent progression and that to it. We're gonna get in and give it a go. I'll be using keyboard and mouse, just standard PC stuff today. I tried the controller, it does not like the controller. Very much a case of like, yes, partial controller support is advertised on its store page. Does it work? No. You can put it in, you can push the buttons. Are they mapped to the correct things? No, they are not. Like I don't think there is a reload button mapped. The flashlight is not mapped. There's a lot missing. Right. So we get this pre-lobby thing here. And we're in. We always seem to start with at least a set of pistols. So we're going to go in with those. We've got a guy here. Oh, we've got a guy with a minigun. And two of us scrubs. Right. And yep, so we've boarded the derelict on our boarding pod, whatever it is. Let's open this. Force amplifier, whatever that is. Okay. Crafting component, I think it said. Right. Right. Excellent. Let's see if we can get an actual weapon then. Right, some valuables, but nothing that allows us to shoot better, unfortunately. Where are they? We've got them over here, okay. Let's get the door open. So, it's definitely a bit of a unique twist on it with the setting. Right, it seems to run more or less fine, except every now and then I get like bits of lag. Like, seriously, like straight up playing normal, then suddenly horrific lag. Just absolutely horrific lag. Right, not doing bad, so I'm using keyboard and mouse. Not my preferred setup, but it is what it is. Right, let's see what we've got. Lots of valuables, but nothing that's actually useful to me so far. Guess we can't do anything about it. Right, very nice. If he's going to grab that, I'll grab this. Finding lots of junk so far. I don't think there's at the moment a map or anything. Oh, that looks a bit sinister. So these breach holes and that will eventually spawn oh wow, yeah, someone's been having a fight over here. Yeah, so these will eventually start spawning enemies out of them, those holes. So I want to be a bit careful with that. I think is everyone just kind of waiting for each other to get going. Hey, well that's a player kill. Retrieve teammate dog tags. Okay. Now we can go to a med bay and revive him if we can get there. So, yeah, we have to kind of hurry our ass up here. Right, what have we got? So, oh, I hear enemies. Get him! Right, let's use a shield pack. Right, good. And I think the med bay is just next door to here. So we might have actually made it. Just. Oh. Ah, it's getting a bit framey, and I think his mate's just arrived. Yep, I'm probably dead. Yep. It looks like this guy stole the other stole that dead guy's minigun and then left us both. Wonderful. Don't say that is. Oh God, scumbag. So he's sitting there with his minigun, well, machine gun. Yeah, it ain't dark anymore, pal. The So the interesting part with this, as far as I can tell, and I hope he does actually look to the right so you can see this, but I don't think he's going to, is that the quote-unquote the circle in the game is it ain't just like, you know, an encroaching blue wall or whatever, you know. I assume the tutorial wasn't lying to me that I played about 2 minutes ago. But yeah, you're probably noticing that it's suddenly getting very bright behind him. And yeah, and it's encroaching pretty quick. Yeah, you didn't get to see it, but what happens is, the idea is the derelict that you're on is slowly being destroyed. Like you're on, you're scavenging stuff from this derelict, but it's destroyed and it's slowly, basically, falling to bits, right? So the circle is actually destroying parts of the actual map, and if you end up going out into the circle, you don't just go, oh no, I am slowly losing health. It's like, no, you get sucked into space and die. It's a little bit more visceral, and yeah, it's a bit more, you know, sudden and dangerous, and important that you move the hell out of the way before that gets you. He should have he just needed to look behind him at what was happening, and he just didn't. He's just camping in the damn corner. He got sucked out into space, the moron. Oh well, serves him right for not being a team player. And for trying to be a cowardly camper. What can I say? Right, lobby found. Okay. Level up, level 4. Increased scanner duration. Right. So let's see if we can actually get some... let's see if we can put some items on here. So we will... Let's try some actual armor. And weapons. I'll even take some health kits and some shield packs. Dun 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 dun. And we'll have a proper go at it now. Merchants. What could I get from... What would I could do with some bullets. I'll get that. I could use some bullets. Do you sell ammo? Who sells ammo? Is it consumables maybe? Energy ammo? Yep. And kinetic. Job's a good un. Right, so we've got an actual loadout now. Excellent. Right. Right. So, we'll head in and we'll see how we fare with an actual proper loadout. But, yeah, I think that's kind of, like I said, what makes it a bit more unique than other extraction rounds. And the way that you survive is you get to the escape pods. And they start spawning toward the end. You have to open them and then you have to jump onto the top of them, which is where the door is that you open. And that's how you get out. So, I think, I guess I'd say it's most similar to Dark and Darker, which is... I mean, God knows where that, when or if that's coming out due to the legal situation surrounding it at the moment. But this is basically like a sci-fi version of that, but it seems a bit more, I'd say unrefined probably from the looks of it so far. Seems to just be, you know, basic bit shooter in space. I like the ideas and the theming of it, but I don't know, it needs something a bit more. Like it feels like a generic shooter with generic sci-fi space corridors. I think better art direction maybe, or and just tightening up the gunplay could probably do a lot of the work here. But so far it's got some good ideas. The idea has legs at least. Let's put it that way. Right. Scrap metal and a grenade. Lovely. Right. In case you're wondering as well, by the way, the reason we have two weapons is I think it's we have energy weapons that deal bonus damage versus robots. So obviously the evil robots that have taken over the ships, we can deal with them better. But kinetic weapons deal more to human targets. So an auto pistol. We can, if we take that back, we've got another backup weapon then for a future run. And another, lovely, right. Okay, let's see what we've got. Ooh, energy ammo, that'll be useful. Looks like he's opening that up. Other guy seems to be over here, I think. Yes. Ooh, that's... We need to get rid of those med bots that are behind him. Got one. Right. Definitely needed the ammo there. Right. What have we got here? More. Well, at the very least, we're going to get plenty of loot. Frags, smoke, health. Let's put the EMP on instead of smoke. definitely going to need more, some more energy rounds, I can tell that now. Right. Right, here we go. More ammo. Right, looking good. Seems to be a lot of med bays in this one. Right. We're looting a lot of crap, I'm noticing. Yeah, right. That's the ship being destroyed, isn't it? Ooh, fire trap. It can happen. Right. Yeah, we need to watch out. The ship is literally disintegrating around us here. Like, look, you can kind of see it there. Bits are just falling off. It looks very cool. I'll get that. But yeah, we need to haul ass out of here. We really do. We need to move toward the centre and we need to get out. See what we've got in here. Looks fairly okay. Right. What are the other two doing back in medical? It's like, guys, ship exploding. Hurry. We're on the edge of the circle. It isn't one of those, hey, you can stand in it for a while circles. It's one of the, if you touch it, you die circles. Hell, he can loot that if he wants. I just want to be out. Quick. Yeah, we need to go. Kinetic rifle, we've got humans. Right, let's use my see through walls ability. That did not help at all. I guess they're out of range or something. Ooh. Shield pack. I heard a grenade. Uh-oh. Oh god, that was instantaneous. Right. I didn't even know what happened then. He just came around the corner and I'm already dead. Already gone. I'd used a shield pack and that. I don't know. Odd. Anyway, right. I will say that the shooting and you seem to die a bit abruptly. As far as bugs and glitches go as well, so far that I've noticed, and I know that sometimes going between the lobby and the main menu, it seems to like randomly change resolutions for whatever reason. Anyway, right, we'll see what else we've got here. We've got some SMGs we can take, and a pulse rifle. We've still got a health kit, and we'll take a grenade. Right. Merchant, we will buy some... I want to buy a bit extra energy ammo, because we seem to be carving through it pretty hard, pretty badly. We seem to use a lot of it. Kinetic, not so much, so we'll just get a bit of each. There we go, that'll do another run. Oh, do we not lose this? We didn't lose this. That's interesting. So your armor is not lost on death. It can grant powerful enhancements and masteries. Equip new armor to unlock new playstyles. So acoustics, grenade reveals enemies in a 5-meter radius for 5 seconds when they, I'm assuming, are hit. Because the description looks like it doesn't fit in the box. Again, it's a demo, so you know it is what it is. Interesting. So this is more like used to, as well as give you some slight stats padding on health and shields and that. It looks like it's mostly used to sort of determine what class you are. Ah. So the armor merchant is probably rather important. And yeah, you probably want to get the ones that will give you a mastery. And it looks like these are randomized when you craft them. So it'll randomize the stats of it. Okay. That's an interesting concept. Right. Let's give it another whirl. We'll have one more and call it a day then. It looks like I am earning some credits as well from leveling up. So, yeah. Interesting. Again, there's some interesting ideas here. It's definitely rough around the edges. But the core concepts of it, you know, it's definitely the idea is solid. It definitely is. It definitely needs the gunplay. You seem to die very abruptly. Is probably the way I'd put it. It's very abrupt. It is. You don't really have a chance to be. Oh, I'll use my grenade and refill my shields and then go, you know, while I'm taking cover and then pop out and shoot again. And no. It's over within seconds. And there's very little you can do when you're in these narrow corridors. You just kind of blast in and yeah. But the frame, like the stuttering issues I'm having, because it looks perfectly fine, it's just it seems to stutter every now and then, and I don't think that's a hardware issue on my end. You know, it's running off an SSD with what's it, RX 6900 XT graphics card from AMD. It's like this giant, chunky, massive graphics card that's the size of a brick. You know, it's not exactly a small, twiddly little thing that can't throw its weight. So it should be smooth as butter, and again, it's running off an SSD, so it's shouldn't be any issue really with stuttering and that. Yet there appears to be. So I can only think that that's a netcode issue. Okay, let's see how we go. Still waiting for that cue, but yeah. So we've got an assault pulse rifle and SMG kinetic gun. I'm right in thinking, aren't I? Player damage 27, player damage 22, cyber damage 22, cyber damage 41. So yeah, they are very much a case of it's kind of like Witcher, where you've got, you know, your one sword for one type of enemy and another sword for the other. It's like, yeah, you've got your kinetics and your energy weapons. Right. I think I'll throw a pause here until we get into a game, so I'm not wasting your time just staring at the screen alongside me. I'll see you when we get in. And ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, reach! Oh. It would appear we're alone this time. Okay. I don't like that. I definitely queued up in squads. I guess it couldn't find enough players for the lobby. Right. On the other hand, though, we'll have a lot of loot. If we're careful. Right. Yeah, if we're careful, we could get a lot out of this. If we're careful. Right. Okay. We'll just keep heading towards the centre, and that should probably... we should be sorted if we do that. Right, let's oh, they're going to be annoying to hit. Okay. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Wait for it, and... gotcha. Right. Ah. Oh. Aww. Leveling up engineering seems to be a good idea. I wonder if the map is procedurally generated, because it's got that kind of feel to it, you know, where it's... And I will say, there's an argument to be made where maybe you kind of think maybe we should, you know, with this it should be kind of, how to put it, like maybe it should be done in a way that makes sense on a ship. So like the layout should be, you know, like there's an engine room, and there's a med bay, and then there's a hydroponics and things, and maybe rather than it just seeming to be like just an interconnected dungeon of generic space corridors at the moment. Might be something for developers to consider to try and make the loadout seem to make more sense. Maybe have like a once the map's been generated, because I don't think there's a map button at the moment. I'm not seeing map. No. It doesn't come up when you bring it in your inventory either. I'm going to use this shield pack before I go any further. Let's try to not disturb too many unnecessarily. We've already got lots of loot. Want to make sure I'm not, you know, trying to, you know, not running out of ammo before the end really now. Need to conserve it a little bit. Yeah, another engineering case. So what's in this big room, I wonder? I'm gonna say I'm sure I heard running. Yep. We got a bot. Okay. Yep, that's a big ass room. Oh, we've found the edge. Oh, we have found the edge. And if there's a destroyed body here, that means there's likely been a person here. But yeah, as you can see, as it creeps in here, we'll just stay and look for a moment. Yep. That's how the map disintegrates. Yeah. Very interesting. Right. I think if it were me, I'd go for a bit more of a darker aesthetic when it comes to the art design. I'd make it look more industrial and grimy, and you know, this looks rather clean and that, to say that it's been taken over by machines and that. Like, I think there should be, you know. Oh, someone's just axed someone apparently. It's saying there on the right. Ooh. I want to watch out then. I think at the beginning the lobby had 5 people in the pre-lobby, so assuming that it didn't add a few more quickly before it started up, then yeah. Okay, let's have a look. What I've got. Looks good, looks good. But yeah, with so few people, and all this time, we should have plenty of opportunities to all make it out alive if we so wish. Let's seal that door. That, I think, was a person. Right. Yep, that's a fucking rifle as well. So it's put a full squad in. So everyone's in singles apart from a full squad. Yeah, that's... Anyway, I think you get the general idea. It's pretty good. I think that before release, it definitely, like that there, it needs to prioritise putting together fair lobbies, not full lobbies, and not just throwing, like, you can't have 3 people on a team and 2 solos lurking around when everyone's queued to be in squads. It really shouldn't be doing that. So, you know, letting them off because it's early access, but like, yeah. I would also want to see proper control integration before the release. Just kind of having it available to use via the Steam controller support thing is okay, but it's not proper controller support. I don't know why. It seems the past few years a lot of PC shooting games really just seem to have a gripe against controller users or something, because I swear that yeah, it's just yeah, they have some kind of gripe against PC users at the moment, because there's just so few games that seem to properly support controllers. You know, you cannot even, where is it? You can't even rebind the controller buttons in this. Like, it's there, the controller is there, it will work. I can stop using my mouse now, go to controller, and yeah, I think it's the right stick will allow me to do that. I can rotate my character a bit in increments and things, but then I have to kind of, it's like right trigger to left click, and I think left trigger right clicks. It's weird, but you know, it might as well be controller support in quotation marks with an asterisk and all that sort of stuff. But it seems, like I say, it seems like a decent concept. It seems pretty interesting. I really like the way that the circle is implemented. It just needs to, like, the gunplay is way too abrupt. It's way too fast. And when you're just running down corridors, there's not much you can do. I think the aesthetic and theming could be a bit, but yeah, I think the theming and aesthetics could be a bit different, and I would have gone for. I mean, it's my personal preference, I guess. This, you know, it's fine as is, but I would have definitely gone for the whole, you know, space horror, mutilated corpses everywhere. I think the robots could definitely look a bit more like the ones that are like dragging their weapons along the floor, and you can see like sort of the head within that suit, and it's like a skull type thing. It's like they look kind of badass. Like, if you're gonna do robots, you have to make them kind of intimidating looking, you know, sort of less like the droids out of Star Wars and more like the Terminators from, well, you know, the Terminator. More like them, you know, where it looks like a metal skeleton with a laser gun that just shrugs off damage, you know. Like, literally, I should shoot them with my projectile weapon, and the bullet should literally bounce off and hit the sides of a wall, and your only hope would have to be your energy weapon. That's how I think it should work, you know. And they should look menacing as hell. And it shouldn't just be that they necessarily walk up to you and punch you a bit. You know, if they actually like grabbed you and held you in front of their face and like started to choke you out or something if they got close enough. And in the meantime, they just slowly walk towards you. Don't even take cover. They just start blasting. That would be kind of cool. I think they definitely. I'd make the enemies look more menacing. I would make it so, you know, there's like corpses strewn everywhere and it's a bit more menacing looking. Definitely lean down the. If you're doing derelicts that are overrun with robots and that, I'd definitely run down the space horror sort of theming of things. Think stuff like System Shock and Dead Space basically will be where I draw inspiration from. I mentioned System Shock just purely because, you know, it's another one where it's robots that have killed people. I know it doesn't look as, you know, it's not exactly like photorealistic graphics or on that like Dead Space, but you know, the concept of just, you know, bodies everywhere and the robots taking over stuff and there's like turrets and things, I'd apply that. Other than that, like I said, just the control support, the bugs need fixing. The gunplay needs to be, I think, maybe slower. It's a bit abrupt at the moment, and they need to sort out the bits of lag. But otherwise, yeah, promising. I'm looking forward to more games coming out in this space. There's very, very few extraction royale games that, you know, there's very few of these extraction shooters. There's, I think, literally there's the big successful ones, the DMZ, Tarkov, and Hunt Showdown that spring to mind. I think the original one was actually surprisingly the Division survival mode, which was absolutely amazing and I loved it. But I don't know, we might actually see that come to reclaim the crown soon, because, you know, this, unbeknownst to the developers, they were ahead of the time. They'd actually predicted a trend that was coming down the pipeline and not realised it. But yeah, I think they're actually bringing out a new Division game soon that's, yeah, it's pretty soon, that's literally just the Extraction Royale sort of bit of it, with no story or anything, just that, and cranked up to 11. So we'll see how this space develops, but very much looking forward to watching that. I definitely on this like the you don't feel like you're just throwing yourself away after each mission. Kind of like Hunt before you hit the max level. You know, each level you are actually getting something, and these armor bonuses are actual permanent upgrades. So that's quite nice, and you're getting these perks and things, and bits of credits to keep you ticking over to the next level. Very nice. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. That's going to cover Starsiege Deadzone for this. If you want to stick around on the channel, there'll be more coverage of the Steam Next Fest coming out soon. A few more games left for me to try out before I call it quits, and also run out of time. But yeah, trying to get as many demos as I can in before it finishes. So stick around on the channel to see some more. I hope to see you then. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.